Peace, peace. How you guys doing? Is your boy Free Play, and we're back with another video. So today's topic is gonna be quick, and it's just gonna be about inspiration. Today, when I got up this morning, I went out to a diner to have some food, just to clear my mind and get out of the house. Did some laundry as well, and basically started thinking about what are the things that inspire us. Are we honest with ourselves when we come to the drawing board or to the blank canvas? Like if you come to your DAW, if you come to your sampler, if you come to your typewriter, your computer, whatever you use to create, like are you checking in with yourself before and asking yourself though, like the difficult questions that we always have of, how do we feel? Like what are we going through in life? Like in the moment, and using that as a springboard to start creating, right? Like a lot of times I know producers could get caught up in the chase, right? Like you're chasing a placement, the Grammys just came, and went, and all of these awards like become benchmarks by which we measure ourselves. Like if I didn't get a placement with a major artist, are my beats even good? Or I need to get a platinum record, I need to get a gold record, or I need to get paid, right? Like you want to, create more beats so that you could put up on your beat page, or you could send to artists and get some money off of it. But we have to remember that this is art, right? And with art is often from the perspective of the artist, of the person creating it, you. So your view is always going to be unique. You're the only person that sees the world the way you see it, right? We could both interpret the same situation and have a different reaction from it. And that's the beauty of perspective and knowing your tools. Like when you sit down in front of your MPC or your SP404, whatever whatever tool you use to create, like what tempo do you feel at? Like, is it slow? Do you want to dance? Are you excited? Are you happy? Are you celebrating something? Are you grieving something? And all of these things, like, believe it or not, it sounds kind of like corny or kind of cliche, but that's what gives you your uniqueness, like your feel. What's really going on in your world? Because it's very likely that somebody else is also going through something similar, or when they hear your music, it's gonna be honest, it's gonna be real, it's not gonna be chasing something, it's not gonna be looking at the formula of how to make a top 10, looking at the last viral hit and trying to recreate it. It's gonna be even with timing imperfections. I mentioned that before with Dilla, and Questlove talks about it a lot, like how some of the things that Dilla did didn't even make sense, like from a timing perspective. And that's what brings you know, like value to the marketplace. Is like you doing things that are breaking the rules and is not sticking to just this formulaic approach. Get a loop, get a sample, use these drums. All the drums, like in the last 10 years, sound very similar. And we're all guilty of that, using certain kits and not changing anything, like just using the standards. And sometimes that works. There's certain artists that'll always gravitate to a standard sound. But I think that we have to start experimenting with our uniqueness, right? Like maybe you're using your iPhone or any recording device to get some Foley. And by that I mean just like sounds in nature. If you live in a city, you could just go out and leave your phone recording while you commute. And you might find something like a door slamming that you could layer on a snare. You can, use things around your house to like create kick sounds and layers to just give yourself a uniqueness. Like if you listen to Graduation, you'll see like the percussion that Ye uses a lot of time is very like layered, or it has something that gives it like a weird snare. Like in Good Morning, you could hear that weird snare, and now is like everything is a Lex Luger or a trap snare. And again, if that's the style, like there's certain artists that always gonna gravitate to that and sound good on that. but what makes your sound different, is like how you use those elements, but give it a twist. And don't be afraid to experiment. Whether you're working inside of GarageBand, Logic, FL, Ableton, add a layer to your snare, to your kick, pitch things up, pitch things down. I realized that I wasn't using some of my tools to the fullest potential because a lot of times you get artifacts when you sample into your sampler at a higher speed and then slow it down. That pitch algorithm and what that introduces is going to start giving your things texture and flavor. And a lot of that could be, if you're feeling gloomy, it's going to be dark. Maybe you want to brighten it up with a reverb and because you're happy, or just pitch it up and give it give it that flavor of something that's exciting or something that's moving at a faster pace. So these are just some of the things that I was thinking of, without being too long winded, just kind of giving you guys my perspective of how I view creativity, inspiration, how our emotions of what we're going through personally could be a starting point to avoid, getting into those creative blocks and just having something to like I said, to pivot off of, so let me know if that's helpful. Also, I'm setting up the studio. I'm gonna do a little B-roll eventually on the upcoming videos, or just like a quick tour of my setup now and where I'm at and how everything is interconnected. But this is a little bit more, esoteric and a little bit more on the creative level. And I like to touch on that because I think that's where everything stems from and where everything starts. All the technical stuff is already, we can talk about that all day. But yeah, man, thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you guys for the recent support. I'm super grateful, and I know I'm hitting you guys with a lot of content, but I guess it's better than being absent for the last few months. So I'm just trying to make up for lost time and make sure that I stay consistent and make sure that I keep you guys inspired. It's your boy Free Play, and I'm out. Peace.